Alone under a boundless desert sky, a young woman carried a child within her womb and a heart shattered by betrayal. With every step, she moved further from a home that was never truly hers. The water was almost gone. The journey had taken everything she had. Now she had nowhere left to run. Harsh words that felt like stones. A home that had become a place of sorrow. So she walked away, choosing the unknown over the unbearable. Now she whispered a mother's promise into the wind. Have you ever felt invisible in your own story, as if your pain went unnoticed by the world? Have you ever walked through a season where hope felt as scarce as water in a desert? This is the story of Hagar. It begins in a place of profound loneliness, but it reveals a truth that changes everything. To understand this moment of surrender, we must return to the beginning, to where a young woman's life was about to change forever. Our story begins in a tent filled with the whispers of a promise and the quiet desperation of a waiting heart. Hagar served Sarai, a woman blessed with every earthly comfort, except the one her heart longed for most. Years had passed. The promise of a child seemed like a distant dream, and desperation began to whisper a solution.
Hagar,
The words were simple, but their weight was immense.
you shall bear a child for me.
A transaction wrapped in holy desperation. That walk between tents felt endless. From mistress to master, from servant to vessel. In the patriarch's tent, there was duty. But for Hagar, there was only the quiet surrender of her own will. Then, the first signs. A fullness, a tenderness. Life where before there was only waiting. And then a flutter, like butterfly wings. For the first time, she held something of immeasurable value. It showed in the way she moved. In the quiet confidence of her steps. I carry what you cannot. Sarai saw the change. The gratitude for a solution curdled into something bitter. Something green and growing. A bumped jar, spilled water. Small cruelties that spoke volumes. Hagar knelt, gathering what was lost. The daughter of Egypt cleaning the dust of Canaan. Sarai's voice grew sharp.
Go. Yes.
Commands designed to remind her of her place. Hagar looked to Abram for protection, the father of the child she carried, but he saw only peace to be kept between women. The tent that had been shelter became a cage. And one morning, she decided to leave. She took only what she could carry, and a courage she didn't know she possessed. Into the wilderness, pregnant, alone, choosing the mercy of unknown dangers over the certainty of daily sorrow. The water was real, cool and sweet. It revived her body, but her spirit remained in the desert of despair. In the still water, she saw a stranger. Who was she now? Not a mother yet, just lost. Then, a whisper on the wind. Hagar. She whispered to the emptiness.
Who are you?
Servant of Sarai, where have you come from?
The voice knew her story.
I am running from my mistress.
Words that contained a world of pain.
And where are you going?
The second question was harder. This spring was as far as her courage could carry her.
Return to your mistress. Submit to her hand.
The words felt like a sentence. A whisper of protest. The first no she had ever dared to utter to divine instruction.
But I will multiply your descendants beyond counting.
Multiply? Her? The Egyptian slave?
You bear a son. Name him Ishmael, for God has heard your affliction.
Did God hear my cries? My unspoken prayers?
for I have heard.
And she did something remarkable. She gave the divine a name. You are Elroy, the God who sees me. Not just Abram's God, not just Sarai's God, hers.
The God who sees me.
She says it louder.
I have seen the one who sees me.
She turned around in obedience to a higher call, walking toward what she feared, armed with a promise. The tents appeared on the horizon, the place of her pain. But she walked toward it with new eyes. Sarai watched her come, expecting a broken, repentant slave returning in shame. Hagar walked straight to her, looked her in the eyes, not as slave to mistress, but as woman to woman. No bow of submission, just a simple statement.
I have returned.
Sarai saw it. This was not the same woman who had fled. Someone had met her in the desert. The child grew. The promise took form within her. Each kick, a reminder of Elroy. Then, the pains came. The agony of bringing promise into the world. A cry split the air, her son. The living proof that God hears. As she fed him,
Ishmael.
she whispered his name. A prayer, a testimony,
God hears.
a promise kept. The boy grew, wild, free, full of laughter that echoed through the camp. Hagar watched him play, her heart full. For years there was an uneasy peace. Sarah watched from her tent. Her name had been changed by God, but her heart still held old shadows. Then the miracle. Sarah, in her old age with silver in her hair, pregnant. Isaac was born. Laughter made flesh. The child of promise. Hagar held her son back. She knew their place had changed. The promised child had arrived. At Isaac's feast, joy filled the camp. But beneath the celebration, tension simmered. Ishmael played with his little brother. Innocent laughter between boys who shared a father. Sarah watches them. Her face darkens. She sees not play, but threat.
I have
Her
heard
demand
enough.
was absolute.
There will be no more.
Cast out this slave woman and her son. His heart was divided between two families.
He's my son too.
God's instruction came in the quiet night.
Listen to Sarah.
A difficult word that would test every heart. At dawn, bread, a skin of water. No donkey, no inheritance. After all these years, after bearing his firstborn son, after her faithful service, she took her son's hand. Come, no drama, just the steady courage of a mother who knows she is seen by God, sent away by man, but not abandoned by God. The sun climbed. The desert showed no favoritism.
Mother, I'm thirsty.
She gave him the water, watched him drink deeply. A mother's love poured out in liquid form. The skin grew light, then empty. She shook it. Nothing. Hope was draining away. His lips cracked. His breathing grew shallow. The strong young man fading before her eyes. She staggered away. A mother's love has limits. She could not witness this ending.
I cannot watch. I cannot watch.
Then, his whimper, a weak animal sound,
Help me. Help God.
and the voice came again.
Hagar, what troubles you? Do not fear.
But how, when death sat so close?
God has heard the boy where he lies.
Heard him too? The God who saw her child. She looked at her son.
Lift him up. Take his hand.
As she walked, something caught her eye. Something she hadn't seen before. A well, stone, water, right there. How had she missed it? Grief had been a veil over her eyes. She ran. The water was real. Clear. Life in the death place. She filled the skin. Back to her son, lifted his head, as gently as when he was a newborn. The water touched his lips. He drank, a swallow, then another. Life returning. He opened his eyes, one word that contained a universe of meaning.
Mother.
She held him, rocked him. They built a home by the well. Not the home she'd imagined, but a home with God in the wilderness. Ishmael grew strong, a survivor, just as God had promised at the spring. Hagar watched, pride in her eyes. Her son, thriving where they said he would perish. She found him a wife from Egypt, from her own people, completing the circle of her story. Years later, Ishmael, a patriarch himself, 12 sons around him. The promise multiplied. Hagar, now with silver in her hair, watched her grandchildren play.
You. Watching my story from your own wilderness.
You feel unseen in your journey, as if your pain goes unnoticed. You walk through a desert not of your choosing, where hope feels scarce. Elroy sees you right now. In this moment, he is the God who sees, not just the God of the overlooked. And he will do for you what he did for me. Open your eyes to the provision already beside you. You are seen, you are known, you are heard. Let that truth settle into your spirit today. Amen.